Hi Doug, welcome to the Winds of Jupiter 2018 Chinese New Year's reading. Now this is your year, or at least the year of the Yang Earth Dog. And you'd think it'd be an augury for good fortune, but it's the opposite. And it can bring misfortune. But right in the middle of your reading is the Wheel of Fortune, so it is counterbalancing that. But I can see right off the bat there's going to be some ups and downs this year. But there will be a lot more ups than downs. Now the overall energy card of your reading is the Ten of Pentacles. And this is a favorable card for finances and family. And happiness for family. And I think there's going to be a lot of family affair things going on this year. You received 3 10 cards. And the Ten of Pentacles is a happiness card. But the Ten of Swords is an unhappy card. And the very last card in your future is the Ten of Cups, another happiness card for family, particularly. All 10 cards signify endings and new beginnings. And this is indicating with 3 10 cards that you're culminating an ending of some sort and going on to some new beginnings. Now the Ten of Pentacles is an excellent card for your overall energy. This is saying that you've worked really hard towards some goals and you feathered your nest, let's put it that way. And now you're receiving rewards. It's been a long, rough, hard road and you did a lot of sacrifices to get to the point where you're at right now. This is a card about stability and security, especially for financial affairs, but it's also about family too. I consider this card a retirement card, where finally you have the time and the money to enjoy life. And you might not be at retirement age, but it's saying that you're at least comfortable. And that family situations feel really tight. There's been a lot of happiness coming with your family and friends. This is the type of wealth that money can't buy. Now everything wasn't necessarily all roses, because the cards on the left, for what you know, receive the Six of Wands and the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is a card about disloyalty, disappointments. Things didn't turn out the way you wanted them to, or you had some preconceived ideas and had some disappointments. Ones that even maybe were so dire that it even was affecting your health. This is a card that says you kind of hit the bottom of the barrel. This was a dark hour kind of time. But there's a new day dawning now, because 10 isn't the number of endings and new beginnings. And the Six of Wands is a celebration card, or a card at least about being honored for your achievements and your success. You're being recognized for your acumen. Whatever happened with the Ten of Swords that put you in this disappointment is now being overcome with the Six of Wands. You got spit back out the other end and you're feeling better about it now. You came through it all. And this just might have been about a turnaround in your attitude about things and your perspective. It kind of feels like you made peace within yourself. You're now more comfortable inside yourself. And that definitely is half the battle. And if people haven't recognized it, it's just for you to pat yourself on the back with the Six of Wands and say, yeah, good job. But this definitely is the hardest thing in your reading. The rest of it's really good. Now the cards in the center for what is or can be yours. You receive the Hierophant and the Wheel of Fortune, two major arcana cards, holding up the foundation of this reading. The presence of the Hierophant always indicates that you've been seeking some type of truth, or you saw some type of truth finally. You came to some epiphany or realization. The word Hierophant in Latin means to make known or to show. And everything that's in front of the Hierophant is the known. And then he's in between two pillars of good and evil. And what's behind him is the unknown. Now the Hierophant can also signify marriage and traditional rites of passage. Maybe some things are changing in your life or in the lives of people around you. It appears maybe some traditional teachings from your past and even your childhood is making a difference now. A moral compass that is setting your feet on the right path. I'm hearing something about virtue. And whatever happened back there with the Ten of Swords wasn't very virtuous. You know, sometimes when you're led astray, it's like a carrot on the stick, but at times the carrot is pulled off the stick and you get beat with the stick. Now the Hierophant is a card that fits into a category of the nature of man. This is where we're learning about each other and ourselves and developing our inner self. We're learning rules about how to behave in society too with the Hierophant. And the Wheel of Fortune is saying this is an auspicious time for you to act. The wheel is on the upswing now, away from the Ten of Swords. And what you've learned with the Hierophant, and also the Ten of Pentacles card, in your long journey towards finding stability and happiness, has taught you something that's invaluable in your life. And there'll be reasons to celebrate here, because the cards next door for yourself and self-awareness is the Four of Wands and the Queen of Swords. The Four of Wands is another celebration card. And this card directs your attention back to home and family again. Rites of passage along with the Hierophant who oversees them. There's going to be some kind of shared achievements. Are people there that have supported you that are now reveling over the epiphanies and the change in your life? Way back there with the Six of Wands. 4 is the number of stability and security that connects to the Ten of Pentacles up above. Now the Queen of Swords is reminding you to use logic and reason in your decision making. The sword is about intellect, and it's about communication too. Way back there with the Ten of Swords, some bad things were probably said. But now she's saying to speak gentle and kind. She is holding up the sword of truth. And somewhere with the Hierophant, or in between the Ten of Swords and the Hierophant, I think you found some truths. And these truths now seem to have manifested some type of luck in your life. Has changed it enough that it feels lucky. The Queen wants you to make decisions with logic and without emotions, because that usually gets you into a lot of trouble. She's one too that kind of mimics the fact that life is like a chess game and you have to look 3 or 4 moves ahead to make sure that you're prepared. I don't think way back there with the Ten of Swords you were prepared for some of the unhappy things that happened. But the future looks really good. You have the Eight of Wands, the Judgment card, and the Ten of Cups. Now the Eight of Wands is sudden unfolding positive events in your life. This card helps you through these transitions, particularly differences in how you feel about things. Like when you're young, you make decisions differently than when you're older. I call it the time of seasons. And this card actually helps you through those. Maybe the rites of passage with the Hierophant now are having you mature into and settle into a more mature lifestyle that you haven't had, or mature thinking involved in it. Now the Eight of Wands is also about messages and travel. So something is going to make a difference in the future. You're going to hear something, overhear it, read something, and all of a sudden you're going to have that aha moment. Now judgment is there for you to make discernment, and that means to make good judgment calls. Discern the right things, have discretion. And judgment always involves forgiveness. But you have to understand that it's a two-way street for forgiveness, that if you forgive yourself, you have to forgive the other people involved in what happened back there with the Ten of Swords. Bury the hatchet and move on, because you have happiness coming in your future with the Ten of Cups. This is a rainbow of cups that gives you a glimpse of heaven. But this card requires one thing: to live with simplicity. Enjoy life for what it is. Have love and joy in your life for simple things. And remember, a complicated life is never happy. So now you have some new beginnings with these 310 cards. One that was of disappointment, and two of happiness for finances and family. What better can you have for 2018? And I wish you happiness, wealth, and longevity.